Blokes, good to see you all. Arman here, Rob, coming live and direct from a wet bath, but the lavender has come out, so that's beautiful and good for the bees. Right, so quarterfinals starting ce soir. I personally cannot wait to the point where I'll be doing a long drive, so I can't see the first game, which is a shame. But Five Live will do me a solid. Right. I know you all enjoyed the first video. I've had a lot of individual messages and a lot of feedback. Still waiting for some correct answers to the quiz. That is £30 up for grabs. So please do have a listen again. You can Google them, get those answers over to me, and you can get 30 quid back into your pocket. Right, we've got a special guest today. Some of you may have already guessed who it is, but it is main man.
Hey.
Oh, Serge. How are you, mate?
Hello. Hey, yeah, mate, not too bad. Bit dusty, few of the old Lageroonies last night, but it was a day off from the Euros, so I had
Right.
to
Yeah,
drown my sorrows and
indeed.
get out in the
Um,
real world.
Question: what are lagers?
Mate, any dange, any
Any
dange.
danger, Fred? Any
Yeah,
danger?
for me it was lager, rum and coke,
Love that.
lager,
Hmm.
lager, baby Guinness.
To end the night.
Yeah, just to take the edge off.
I like that. It's like a little kind of bedtime nightcap, hot chocky adjacent vibe. Question: what rum did you go for? Was it just barman's choice? Not barwoman.
Yeah, dealer's choice. Dealer's choice.
Fine. Rum in Spanish is Ron, like Ron Weasley.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's
Um,
interesting.
of course, I think Ron, obviously hard done by in the films. I think his character, I think they take away a bit of the depth and bravery in his character. I think particularly in the later films, they kind of make him a bit of a fool, where actually he was quite a powerful wizard and brave. I think in his own right.
May I 100% agree. On rewatching the films each year, I actually think they're quite bad, especially with comparing to the audiobooks I listen to each year as well. They've been off so many characters. Ginny Weasley is the most hard done over. Um,
I mean, mate, the scene when she ties his lace is the wettest thing there's ever been.
yeah, oh, it's so cringe. Oh, mate, it's awful. And in the book, she's quite like independent. She's fierce. She's sassy.
She's
She's funny.
feisty. She's fun. Yeah, she's very good at cursing.
Yeah, very strong wizard. And in the film, she's just basically Harry's slab of meat. It's horrible to see. So let's hope the HBO series does her justice.
When's that
Um,
series coming out?
Good question. I think they want to start filming next year because they're starting to do audition calls and stuff. So maybe you could go for, mate. I don't know actually. Maybe like a Ludo Bagman. I love that guy.
Famously
Um,
cut from the film, of course.
Mate, Bendoff, uh, a world class beater though for England.
Yeah, of course. Had a few gambling problems though.
Had a gambling problem. Pissed off a few goblins with his fake gold, his Irish gold, but did escape Azkaban because famously was taken to the to court for associating with Voldemort in the first Wizard War.
But I think people agreed he was just clumsy and silly rather than
Yeah, he was a bit
anything
of an
else.
oaf, but a lovable oaf.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm thinking you're Lord O'Brien.
yeah. Paraphrase, I fucking love you. You're the first name on the team sheet, but you're fucking dropped, you piece of shit. Good looks.
Wait,
Right,
is this the Euros podcast or is this the Harry Potter one?
this is the Stu and Rob delve into the archives of their life, and it's all very sentimental,
Yeah.
which is the best podcast. This is the Euros. Hopefully, I press record. Yeah. Right, mate. So the way we're going to do it is just talk about the quarters, comment on the top goal scorers and top assisters,
Yeah.
and then call it a night. So first up, Germany, Spain. Views on those two nations, Stu?
Yeah, for me, I think it's a shame they're meeting now. I think.
Really.
I often happens at tournaments, but that's knockout football. Sorry, just getting a phone call. Just decline that.
Harry Potter bloody casting, probably.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, we want you for all the roles." Oh, chill out.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
um,
obviously there's a lot of talk about one side of the
it
draw being stronger than the other, which
oh,
England
mate, it is
is.
ridiculously stacked, and that's the Southgate magic. But no, I think it's a shame they're meeting now. I think best 2 teams probably
Mm,
France. Well, I'm jumping ahead, but I think, yeah, France have been a bit shit, England a bit shit. I think this kind of is the final, really, unless something special happens. I absolutely love the Spanish left winger,
Williams,
Williams.
yeah, mate, he's got a real good kind of life story.
Oh, well, I
Uh,
didn't know that.
yeah, basically poor family from Ghana. It's just your classic parents taking a hit, wanting a better life. For him and his brother, he's got an older brother, Nico Williams, not the Welsh guy. Um, and yeah, rags to riches. Seems like a nice bloke and playing very well. Spain, of course, the only team who've won every game so far. So bringing a lot
Yeah,
of form into the quarters.
I think he'll get his big money move. I'd love to see him at United, but, obviously would ruin his career.
That'll be a
Um,
backwards step. Maybe
yeah,
Palace to replace
Palace, he could be
Elisa.
the replacement. He could be the replacement.
Good. And I think again, it could be maybe it's too big a step forward in his career at that point. So maybe like
I
a
think it's a big club. It's a big club to go to, and would he be
is.
in the shadow of Mateta?
He would be, mate. Mateta banged in 2 goals yesterday for the French Olympic team. So he's
Yeah.
carrying his form on. But yeah,
Um,
Germany also playing well. Had a bit of a wobble against Austria, but Austria, decent team, and well, they are out now, which I think says a lot about playing well and not progressing versus playing badly and progressing
yeah.
vis-a-vis England.
It's a
Um,
results-based business, Rob.
Mate, it is, and no one remembers any games in any tournaments apart from the final. Ultimately,
Yeah. Apart from, I remember the Brazil-Germany quarters.
the 8-1.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember it that well, obviously, because I can't even tell you what part of the tournament it was.
I remember it. I was having a few lagers with my main man Danny Durant in the Selly Soak, playing some pool.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. God,
yeah.
that does date it if you were having lagers.
Oh,
Oi.
um,
Lastly, on Spain, to see
yeah,
how long we can make this video, I like the fact they're playing a 16-year-old. I just think it's quite funny.
it's very funny. I look forward to him being burnt out at about 28.
Yes, and people being like, "Well, he never realized his potential," and then being like, "Well, yes, you made him play 60 games when he was 16."
Yeah, and he's a child. He's still growing. He's doing
I
his homework on the
Mate, he
during the
he
tournament.
probably isn't allowed to be.
Can't shower them. I don't
Yeah,
think.
he presumably changes separately.
Yeah, we should.
And, like, what do they like, genuinely, like, what do they talk about with him?
Yeah, they
Like,
can't
it
talk
must be like having
lagers.
adult conversations, and then to him be like, "What's your favorite subject at school?"
Yeah, it's weird. I guess they talk football, but
Yeah, probably football. They've
probably
got that in
football.
common.
A bit of the Spain vibes. Like, are you an Estrella man or a Mahal or a San
Yeah.
Michael? I don't know.
Do you
But
say paella or paella?
yeah, yeah. But
Do you like,
yeah,
your black octopus squid ink in the paella, or do you like a yellow paella? Like, they're the big questions.
mate, they are the big questions. So are we saying Spain for the win?
Yes, I'm saying Spain for the win, extra time, 2-1.
Interesting. So that's of course Fred's team Spain against your team Germany. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, it should be a
um,
good game. Should be a good
no
game.
love lost there between me and Fred, obviously, so that will
No,
be,
mate. Well, yeah, Fred's a good
quite
guy,
spicy.
despite what you said off there. I still like him. And then the later game is my my call for the tournament winners, Portugal against La France, who have been shit and haven't scored an open play in 5 games now.
Yeah, I think, Portugal, I think the team is very good. It's mental Pepe's still playing because Do you see the slip?
I haven't actually seen this, but I heard it. But he's playing well, I've heard, apart from that. Buff it
Yeah,
up.
that slip aside, but I think it's just quite clear that like, when you're 40, you probably, can't play 90 minutes
Yeah, especially at the
or
highest level of
120.
football. My only complaint about Portugal is I'd like to see a little bit more focus on Ronaldo.
I think they need to get a focal point for that team,
Mm.
and that lack of identity around, who's the star man is proving trouble for them.
Yeah, he's marginalised, and he won't like that, despite being quite a kind of reserved character. But
Yeah.
I'd love to see him score a goal. Maybe more tears, less beers. Oh no, the other way round. That's my that's
That's our mantra, isn't it?
that's yeah, that's very much our mantra. More beers, less tears from Chris. But I think France are going to come good and beat them.
I'm back in France in that. I think you just quality on the pitch. I think having won tournaments recently, I think it will be them. I think just quality shows. I
Yeah,
do think though Ronaldo bangs in a free kick.
he scored one out of his last six.
60.
Do you know when
60.
it was?
Yeah,
Hit me up.
it was against Greece
No, it wasn't it Spain in the group stages at World Cup 2018? I think.
or Hungary when he banged in a couple against Hungary.
Oh yeah, maybe 2018 is too long ago. Yeah, basically he's not really good at free kicks, which is weird because everyone remembers his good free kicks at United, and he's
Yeah,
classed above them.
The famous Portsmouth one.
Portsmouth, the old dipper,
Yeah, the
um,
old chicken dipper.
dipper. But yeah, I think France come good, which will please Minto, and unfortunately upset Julian. But he's got a wedding coming up, so he should be quite happy. Uh,
Yes.
and he's training for his big old triathlon. So good luck, Julian. Uh, don't drown. Um, cool. Tomorrow, big one, the one we've all been waiting for: Netherlands Turkey. It's Shay against John.
Ooh, I mean that's a matchup, isn't it?
It
I
is.
think, yeah. Uh, Mate, Turkey, dark horses for me.
I think they're now lightening in their darkness because they're in the quarters. But I agree.
Yes.
Um, yeah,
Well, it's
they
important to always call Turkey the dark horses,
100%.
and I think, uh, I mean, having only what the only game I've watched of them was the Austria game.
Mm,
Um, they looked good. Well, they looked entertaining. It looked exciting. It looked end to end.
they were.
I like them for that, and I hope they go through. And also, I'd probably prefer we play them.
Yeah, agreed. They've been very entertaining. They're quite like you feel like they could lose the plot at any minute. Um,
That's why I'd like us to play them. Is I think if they get through, I think they are due a plot loss, and I'd
yeah,
like that plot loss to be against us.
no, agreed. Yeah, and that save in the last minute, it was unreal, like ridiculous. I think the wet grass aided the keeper. On a dry day, that's staying lower. It doesn't fizz up as much.
Do you think it skids off a bit,
I think
or
it skids up, and that helped him with the kind of reflex. I mean,
yeah? Because
still ridiculous.
I think the header, he did everything right, headering it down.
Exactly, that's what
I
you're
think
meant
he
to
was
do.
almost hard done by
Yeah, he couldn't have done
at
anything
like
more.
how down though he headed it is almost a bit unlucky because I think he did everything right. But yeah, if that was going on the full at the ground, that's straight in. And I
Yeah,
agree with you. If it goes lower, I think it's in as well.
yeah.
Yeah, mate. A topic that I'm sure will be on particularly Vom's lips. He's a keen horticulturalist.
Aren't
Is
we
the
all, mate?
pitch, mate? The pitches have been pretty ropey.
Yeah, I've been petitioning UEFA to hire Savage Gardens, but they have said they're willing to hire him due to his lack of engagement in the Sweepie hitherto.
Yeah, which is a shame because that's would have been a big gig for Savage Gardens.
It would have been, mate. It would have been. But yeah, the I think Netherlands win ultimately, but I'd like to see Turkey go through.
Yeah.
And before we move on about Turkey, I don't know if you've seen their World Cup record.
No, please enlighten me.
So they have only ever qualified for one World Cup. That was
No, they are
2002.
always in the World Cup,
Oh,
Rob.
look again, my friend. Only once. 2002, Korea and Japan made the semis, of course. You might remember Rivaldo getting sent off. Oh no, getting hit by a Turkish player, going down, holding his head, even though the ball hit his knee.
Was that against Turkey? The
I,
famous leg
I think
corner
so. I think so. Maybe
face.
Hassan Sass was taking the corner. I don't know. We'll have to YouTube that. But yeah, mate, ridiculous. Only been there once. They're like, nah, I don't fancy it most of the time. But when we do go, we're going to tear shit up and make
Yeah,
the
when
semis.
we go hard.
Go hard. Anyway, yeah, Netherlands, I
A bit
think,
like Turkey at Christmas, really. I mean, we don't have it for the whole year, and then we go full beans at Christmas, I guess.
go hard and they go quickly, mate. I bloody love Turkey. Yeah, it's delicious. Um, I have it quite a lot during the year, not a lot,
What
but
format? Are we talking in sort of like a pre-cooked ham format, slices, or
mint.
turkey mince?
Yeah, just
What
straight,
for
mate.
like a kind of like just like bolognese type vibe, or
Yeah, bolognese or making like some tzatziki based fucking shit. Um,
hey
yeah,
guys, if you've never been, get down to Bath. Rob cooks a mean mince.
mean mints. There are a few curry houses and a few places where you can spin the wheel. Actually, I drove past it earlier, took a picture, forgot to put it on the group.
Yeah,
Bath Brew
please.
House closed for a private event today, but it will be open come the new rugby season. So yeah, we're calling that as Netherlands. Then the other game is everyone's cure for insomnia, watching England against another dark horse team, Switzerland, who have been very impressive. But I've been saying this after every England game. I think we come good in the next game, and I think we wipe the floor with them. I'm calling it 3-1.
Okay. Are we going five at the back or three at the back, depending on your preference? I prefer to call it five at the back, personally.
Yeah, it's five at the back. Have you seen the league team?
I've seen I don't know if it is leaked or not, but the one with
Trent,
Saka and Trent.
no, Trent, Saka's left wing back,
Saka's left. What I thought was Saka left wing back, Trent right
Trent
wing
right
back,
wing back,
Mainu Rice, and then you've kind of going just
Foden,
assuming that we
Bellingham.
have two number tens. I think it will be like that will be fine,
Oh yeah,
and then
no, that is what I
Kane up
saw.
top.
I think I misread Saka as sure, but that makes more sense. Yeah, I don't hate that team. It seems pretty cool. And hopefully Foden a
I
little
think
bit more
it's very
central.
Gareth as well. Like I think I think it's good for Gareth because it's defensive,
Yeah, it's
but
numbers.
I think it's a cliche, everyone say it, but then you can Trent then is he's got the structure, he's got Rice net or mainly next to him, and then he's got Walker behind him who can recover for him just being just in weird places, and then we can get his creativity because I think we've really lacked people passing forward, like incisive passes forward. And I mean, he can do that, even though he's struggled to do it when he's been in midfield.
Yeah,
But he's looked absolutely lost at sea when he was there. But I think from wing back, I think that could be kind of what we need, just some incisive forward passing.
hopefully something to kind of dissect the lines because it's just so pedestrian. It's so sideways, backwards, and then when they do go forward, it's just cutting in, going back again. Uh, you do wonder how we score any goals. I mean, we haven't scored many, but surely that collection of players, they can play better and they've got to be able to pull it out of the bag. I mean, they've had 4 games, it's quarterfinals. They've got a great chance of making this, to the semis and then making the final. That's motivation for pulling your bloody socks up, not being boring bastards. And it can't all be coming from Gareth because end of the day, they're still out there playing. Um, but we'll see. But I think we win. Um, Switzerland have looked good in a couple of games, and I've got them in the Sweepie, so I'm slightly torn. But luckily, I've got England in the work Sweepie, so it's a win-win for me. Um, and I think we'll just outmuscle them. We've got a lot of tournament experience now with Gareth. semis, final, quarters. We know what to do to a degree. I think we'll come good. I think we'll win it, and I think it'll be a better performance, and there'll be a bit more confidence in the camp and morale in the nation, and then we crash out in the semis.
Yeah, I think so. But I think it's just a real shame because I love an international tournament, and I just haven't felt the passion and the excitement. Even when I'm like for myself, and when I'm watching games, I'm not like I haven't been nervous and excited all week about this, which is what I
No,
normally like.
yeah,
And I don't
I
think it's
agree.
just getting old.
I
I
think it's
do think
getting
it
old.
is. Sorry,
I agree. I think it's getting when you're like a kid, it's like, oh, World Cup. Now it's kind of like, oh, gotta go to
that's
work.
some brief respite from the monotony of my
Yeah,
daily grind.
yeah. And I think the tournament on the whole, I don't think it's been great. I don't think it's a classic. I'm going to pin that on the Germans in their disastrous rail network. Um, but
Mate, transport's always a disaster.
the thing is, apparently in '06 it was world class in Germany, and they've not invested since. And all the journos are saying it's worse than British Rail, um, which I find hard to believe. But
Wow.
you never
Do
know,
you know what they
mate.
should have done?
Quarters.
Should have just all been played at the Rec, Bristol, and so the Rec, Ashton Gate, and Bath City Football Club. I think.
Which I can actually see from my seat. Um, Mate, agreed. Agreed. And then the nights out, spin the wheel on. Got a new club.
James's St James's Wine Vaults.
Yeah, mate. I think that's
If
actually
you know,
quite like
you
a
know.
working class bar. Well, ask your contact.
What about? What about?
Demographics of the
Oh, I
users of
see.
our
Like,
pub.
oh, what the attendee? Okay, yeah. I'll drop a message, I guess.
Please do.
Hey, Stu here. Been a couple of years. Just wondering what's the sort of typical people that go to your father's establishment?
Perfect. Keep us posted. Cool. So we're calling England.
Yeah, we're calling England. Who's got England? That sounds like Roy, probably.
Yeah, Roy's got England. He's also got Kane as top goal scorer. Um, yeah, which
Goal
takes us
scorer.
on to the
Yeah,
goal scorers. So
I mean,
Lee,
we should probably pick up the pace because I can imagine we've only got Fred left at this point.
yeah.
Hey,
So top
guys, if you're listening now, well done, and send a
nudes.
send nudes, but also a emoji uh, to us in the group.
Fuck base, please.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, top goal scorers. Of course, we've got Musiala and Cody Gakpo on three, who are still active. We've got a Georgian and Slovakian lad who are out. Bellingham and Kane are on two. Same with Nicholas Fulkrug and Kai Havertz and Doniel Malin. So
I think
yeah,
it's too early to tell, really, because I think what's going to
too
happen
early,
here
mate.
is someone's going to bang in a hat trick or bang in two. I think, and because you
Rodrigo
usually, I think when
possible.
we're six, I'd say is usually par, and I think we're
5-6.
five,
Yeah, I think five will
probably
win
with
it.
the goal, probably five. I think will win it at this tournament. So
I
I
think
think it's
Musiala,
basically
mate.
Musiala.
Then he might go out tonight, but I think he'll bang
I
one in
I think
tonight. Or Kane
you're looking at if Kane finally
wakes up.
goes well, we're due a penalty, so we'll get at least one more,
Yes.
and so I think then, yeah, I
So
think Kane finishes on five, and I think he gets it.
nice. Okay, well, that's good. And that works well for Roy.
Yeah,
Um,
and it'd be nice, it'd be nice for Roy. Um, yeah, I think obviously he's got his demons that he's obviously running from. He can't be a normal man.
keep on
Obviously,
running. Keep on running, my man. Love those
some
demons.
serious demons there to be running so much.
Assists is well, yeah, basically anyone's game. I don't think anyone who was meant to be top of the assists is there. From what I know,
Hey,
but
what will be will be.
what will be. Just a reminder, obviously, if top goal scorer, top assister isn't one of the players that was called out initially, it's whoever the nation played for. So we get a Turkish top goal scorer. Stu, I need you more invested here, mate, because we're coming to the bloody, you know, the end game. Uh, that's it, I think. I am gonna get this sorted and put it on YouTube, and then watch the 3 views come in, um, and have some lunch, and then I'm heading up to Knots. What are you up to this weekend, my man?
I have organised a football social tomorrow.
Wow, wasn't
Um,
invited. That's cool.
mate, you're very welcome. It's for Old Berkhamstedian's second team to celebrate our cup and league double. Um,
Awesome.
so we're going on. The theme is Victory Parade. So do you remember that? Were you at the AGM in London where we had the penny bus where we cycled round?
Yes. Yeah.
So I've booked that.
Mate, awesome.
Uh, Bought some I'm gonna buy some champagne. Uh, got an inflatable trophy. I've got like shit medals off YouTube, off Amazon,
I love this.
and it's gonna be like victory parade, like open top vibe. Then settle into the pub. We're quite lucky where it's more detail than you asked. There's a pub which is owned by someone who used to play for Old Berkhamstedians.
Right.
And
Heritage.
so he gives us like the upstairs area,
Oh,
and
okay.
so it will be like
Oh,
old
pretty.
Burko generations.
Yeah.
Like the end of Starsky and Hutch, the remake,
Been a while
where
since
like
I
the
watched it.
original Starsky and Hutch have a cameo. It will be like that, like
Oh,
just
okay.
generations.
Oh, like in 21 Jump Street when Johnny Depp
Yes,
and
when they
the
do
other guy.
when they're like Jump Street generations.
Yeah. Yeah. All I ever
To
wanted
culinary,
was.
I'm sending you to culinary school,
Yeah, mate, that's great.
to
Yeah.
magic school.
And then they changed the cast members for one of them. This is some
To
other.
go to Jonah Hill, does it?
Yeah.
What
Who?
contract dispute?
Yeah, that's it. But when Johnny Depp and the other guy, his name I can't remember, do their cameo and then they
Oh
die.
shit! Because were they the original Jump Street?
Yeah, they're the original ones, but they both die. And then he's like, all I ever wanted was the approval of my best friend. And then Jonah sees it, and that makes him reevaluate his relationship with Channing. It's a real
Yeah,
tearful moment, actually, mate.
it's a really good film, actually. I think, and for me, really, showed that Channing Tatum can act. I think it enabled him to get more serious roles off the back of it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it will always be Olympus Has Fallen, as it's. Oh no, wait, White House Down. That's the one. What's the one with?
Olympus Has Fallen. Is that Jamie Foxx? I made that
No, that's
up.
Gerard Butler's Olympus Has Fallen. White House Down is Jamie Foxx and Channing Tatum.
Aren't they the same film?
They're the same film, but then Olympus Has Fallen led to London Has Fallen and Angel Has Fallen. I believe there's a fourth one coming. There's not been a White House.
What's Angel?
Gerard Butler gets framed for an attack
And is it
on.
Angel of the North for vandalizing that?
Yeah, he like graffitis the Angel of the North, and the Secret Service go big on him. Um,
Wow.
but anyway, mate, that sounds fun.
Yeah,
Hopefully you have a good one. I look forward
and
to
then
seeing
hopefully playing golf on Sunday with good man Jimbo, who I know you like a lot.
Big Jimbo.
Yeah, Jimbo.
Remind me of his surname.
Hudson.
Ah, yeah, James. Oh, James Hudson.
Yeah,
I fucking
Jimbo.
love that guy. Not as much
Yeah,
as I
he's a
like
good guy.
Cheeseman. Tom Cheeseman, mate.
Yeah, well, yeah, one of the bad guys. He's no Jimbo Hudson, real good guy. I'd say of BB brothers-in-law, I think he's up there.
Or sisters. Um,
Or
yeah,
sisters.
agreed. I think Big Cow will shoot right up
Oh, yeah, I think he'll grow into it, I
when he
think.
marries
I
in.
think
When he marries in, but he's a
yeah.
young warthog at the moment. So, mate, nice. Where are you playing?
When
London, or
I was a young warthog.
that's exactly it. Um, you going back to Bramley for it? Seems
No, sorry, but yeah, probably I think Chobham,
nice.
obviously the hunting
Cobham.
ground of where Snip started his club rugby career.
I remember.
I think George Savage did as well, maybe before they finally got their kind of big money moves to Guildford.
Did Von play rugby?
In Guildford, Snip actually scored a hat trick. No, he films it. And Snip actually got a hat trick on his debut for Guildford down at Windsor.
Winchester.
Windsor.
Windsor. Ah, bloody Legoland. That doesn't surprise me. Snip, hell of a guy, hell of a player, bloody good bloke.
Yeah, shame you won't hear this.
It is a real shame. But Snip, if you do hear this, mate, take care, Garnier.
It's
Um,
okay, Snip. Come back to the light. No,
Snip,
don't go to the light.
Snip, you're doing fine. And I hope golf went well yesterday. Littlehampton by the sea. Right, mate, I think that's it. Guys, thanks a lot for bearing with us, although no one's watching. Stu, I hope you have a great weekend and you're less of a hangy bear. And me, well done for doing this every 2 years. Next up, we've got the Paris 2024 Olympic sweepstake. So stay tuned for your 38 athletes each and 12 nations. Cool. Cheers, lads. Take it easy.
Bye. Quack,
Bye.
quack.